Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Samira. For those of you who don't know, my channel is MiraaSpeaks. I hope you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, be sure to click the subscribe button, share, like, and comment on my videos. Feed my ego, let me know that you guys enjoy my videos so I can make more videos. I said in my previous video that I've also created a new Instagram page called @TheYearningCosec. Say that again, @TheYearningCosec. Please go and check it out. Follow that page together with my actual Instagram page, which is MiraaSpeaks, for all things, you know, Cosec, as well as a bit about my personal life, and just get to know me a little bit more as well. I tend to keep my channel more career focused and more about motivation and lifestyle and stuff like that. So you'll find a lot more about me on my actual pages. But @TheYearningCosec, I created that just because I felt like there wasn't anything out there that you can just go to, or somebody, because I used to get a lot of emails and messages about my industry. Just thought it's just easier if you wire all those messages through @TheYearningCosec, and then I would respond to them there. So when I caught up with a friend today, so I'm in a bit of a good mood, but I just also thought, you know, I have a few hours on my hands, so I'll just film a quick video for you guys. I'm not sure what I'm going to title it just yet, but it's going to be something about workplace chronicles. I did a video on that a couple of months ago, which received a lot of good feedback, and I just thought I'll just come back with another one. I'll be dropping them here and there intermittently, so if you do like them, please be sure to comment and share these videos to people who you feel the video might help. As I said in previous videos, if I do help one person, I'm happy. So if you want to know more about what I'm going to talk about today, stay tuned. So today I'm going to come back with something around the importance of junior and trainee roles, and why they are key and really important, and what you should, why you should make the most of them. A bit of background about me. So I'm in the chartered secretarial industry. I'm qualified now. I qualified last year August. Very proud. After 2.5 years of studying and working, I feel like I always have to rub that in. I finally qualified last year, but I was a trainee. I was once a trainee back in 2014 to 2016. Yeah, before I moved on. So I was a trainee for about a year and a half. And to be honest, is now I look back, it was one of the best years actually, because a lot of things that I picked up or learned at the time are things that I carry with me now in my day to day. So I hear from a lot of people that, oh, you know, I've been in the trainee role, I'm tired, ABCD, it's boring, I keep doing the same thing, blah, blah, blah. There's a little bit of an opinion from me as well. I don't think you should stay in a role, a trainee junior role, for any longer than 3 years. Personally, I just feel like that is just a way of a company to keep you just latched in that same role with no progression, no responsibilities, no challenges. And for your own personal development and growth, I think within the second to third year of you being in a junior or trainee role, you should consider a promotion, more responsibility, a job change, a job title change, just to be able to challenge yourself and stimulate your mind and move on, because by 2 years you should really know a lot of the role, or majority of the role, at the back of your hand. So you should really be moving on to the next step in terms of how to put what you've learned into practice, as well as take on or learn more skills and things within your role. So personally, my opinion, you shouldn't stay in a trainee junior role for any longer than 3 years. But that's my opinion. If you beg to differ, I'm happy. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Just leave that down below and we can have a conversation there. So in my trainee role, I'm going to speak from my experience in the company secretarial industry. I remember when I was asked to do some filing, so there were some minutes that for a group of companies, and I had to file them in the statutory books. At the time, to be honest, I was just like, who does this? Like, this is a purely administrative job. Like, why would I have to look at the company name and then look for the company folder and then just slot them in chronological order? And then I came to realize that minutes are actually really important, and if the company is regulated especially, or if the auditors want to see the minutes, they're really important. It's also really important to have them minuted in chronological order to be in line with the financial statements. Like, I didn't realize it at the time, so to me it was just like, this is purely administrative and I don't really want to do this. But now I look back, I see the importance of doing things like this. And also now I also look back, I realized that the reason why I was asked to do things like this was to learn more about the companies, to understand the companies within the organization, so which ones are dormant, operational, and which ones are holding or SPVs, branches, just to learn more about the company. So sometimes when you're asked to do something which is quite administrative within a junior role, think about the reasons why you have to do these things. You can ask the person who's delegated or giving you that piece of work to do and say, why am I doing this? What benefit is it for the organization? And learn that way to be able, so you get to learn more. So maybe they say, oh, it will enable you to understand more about the companies that we service, learn the names, the acronyms as well. So then when you're doing all the administrative side of things, you can pick up those things and say, oh, I learned this, or I read this, or I did this. And then you can also use that to ask questions and see and then get answers for them. And also it's a way to test people within the organization to see if they're actually doing the right thing and they actually understand what they are doing. Another thing about having a junior trainee role is it acts as a foundation for you to actually work your way up the corporate ladder. Some things, again, are really, really petty. Scan this, print this, put this here. But all these things are teaching you want to be organized. And you would notice within when you're in a trainee role that you do tend to get a lot of administrative tasks. But that is a way to actually to test and learn how to prioritize. So you're given a piece of work by your manager to say, can you make sure all these are printed and saved within a selected drive in this order. Then you also receive an email that comes in from maybe a colleague, a direct colleague of yours, to say, can you help me print all these documents and put them here? So things like this are ways for you to actually assess, okay, which ones do I need to do first? And then ask also the right questions. So you can ask your manager, how soon do these need to be done? If she says, oh, these are not important, they can be done on Tuesday. And then you also speak to your colleague and then you say, oh, how important are these? Do you need them for anything? She's like, yes, we need them for the regulators. They need to go out on Monday afternoon. Then you know that these are things that you actually have to do. They're needed, they're necessary, again, to be embedded into the whole organization and what you have to do to be able to work as a team and present what you need to do. So for instance, she's sending some documents to the regulator, she's perhaps putting all those documents together, just realize that these documents need to be printed, and then she's asked you to help her do that. So you are like a little peg within the whole on the whole line, so you need to do that to enable her also send the documents to the regulator. So it's also a way of learning how to prioritize, how to understand what is key, what is not. Is it urgent but important, urgent but not important? All these things, you're able to understand how that actually works. I also think junior training roles act as a great way for you to learn a lot of resilience and also being able to speak up and have a voice. In regards to the latter, I am still learning. Speaking up within an organization or within a team can be really difficult, especially when you have to have difficult conversations. It is something that I'm really learning, and I've experienced quite a few things which I would definitely share at some point. I just feel like, let me go through it, let me learn how I dealt with it, what I can do best. I have written a lot of notes down about this, and I will share with you guys, especially coming from somebody who is a woman of color in the workplace. So I will do a whole separate video on that. But if you have any questions about D&I, which is diversity and inclusion, please be sure to link that down below as well, and we can have a topical conversation about that. But anyways, it's also, as I said, being a trainee role is also a great way for you to speak up and also be a part or have a voice within a team. And then you can do this in various ways by getting involved in little projects as well that come up, that also shows that you're enthusiastic, you're passionate about the role. And having a trainee role, expectations are not high. Expectations that are placed on you are not really high, so it's actually a chance for you to learn a lot more and make a lot more, somewhat in a way, mistakes. So I think trainee roles are really key for you to actually learn from, and I think one of the best ways that human beings learn is actually through making mistakes, and you can best do that in a trainee or a junior role, because you're working. So you're usually working close with somebody, being shadowed by somebody, and whereas when you get to a certain level, the expectations are a lot more higher, and you're seen to be a little bit more unsupervised in a way. So if something goes wrong, it's literally like your head is directly, like literally on the firing line. As opposed to a trainee role, you're probably working with somebody, so that person has to oversee everything that you can do. Also use those opportunities to ask questions. Like there's something going on in our organization at the moment which is in line with social mobility, and I went to make a cup of tea yesterday, and I was speaking to some of the students who came in, very enthusiastic. And if you ever do see this video, I just wanted to let you guys know that keep pushing, keep thriving, and even just putting yourself in a position to do some work, 6-week work experience with organizations such as mine, or even other organizations, literally just shows that you guys are really keen, you guys really want to learn. So I was just saying them, ask the right questions. It's a great way to also test the skills of people within your team. So when you do go home or you go off to lunch and stuff and you read something, you'd be like, what's your thoughts on, you know, A, B, C, D? Oh, I noticed you asked me to do a piece of work. I did read it on about that. What did you think about it when the chairman said A, B, C, D? You know, things like that actually just show that you're keen to learn, you really want to learn. And also it gives you a voice within the team. And as I said, I am working on finding my voice within the team. So when I've done that, I will be able to share with you guys. I also wanted to let you guys know that being in a junior or trainee role is essential. It's really important in so many ways. It allows you to humble yourself. It also allows you to learn new things, as I've already previously stated. But I think trainee junior roles are key and act as a great foundation for anybody who's looking to work their way up the corporate ladder. As having said that, do try not to get taken advantage of, which a lot of employers do, only because if you don't speak up and you're happy being junior for like 6 years, yeah, they don't mind though, just going. They don't care. Like, they're happy to be paying you what they're paying you without anything. But if you're putting your best foot forward, you're showing how passionate and enthusiastic you are about your industry, your organization, and then 2 to 3 years you still not hear anything about promotion, you had discussions about your development, where you're going, then you know it's time that you start considering moving up the next stage. In some organizations, unfortunately, you know, they're just not going to give it to you, so you might have to look out. But it is something to definitely bear in mind, that try not to let them, you know, overlook you just because you're a trainee. You're just like, you know, you're like there, you know, you've done all the filings, you can't be filing for 3 years, like, come on now, do you know what I mean? And so definitely try not to get taken advantage of, but also try and learn as much as you can, because a lot of things will be thrown at you, especially a lot of administrative stuff, as I said. But try and learn, try and make the most out of everything. Everything that is given to you, there's a reason behind it. And if you can't figure out the reason for yourself, ask the person who gave it to you, what is the purpose of me scanning these documents? Oh, I need it actually for the regulators. The regulators required because of ABCD. You're like, aha. So you can say, okay, that's the reason why I am doing this. And then you can also figure out from other people who delegate tasks to you that the reason they're delegating it to you is because they just don't want to do it. You know, and if you do have capacity, help out. It's teamwork. However, try and make sure that everything that you're doing is beneficial in somewhat to the whole greater picture, as little as it may be. But yeah, I just thought I'd come back and let you guys know the importance of trainee and junior roles. And if you're stuck in a role that you feel like is not benefiting you in any way, shape or form, think about the reasons why. Is it because you're overlooked? Have you been in the role for too long? Do you know how it works now? Are you not learning anything? All these things are really key and important. Sometimes, you know, you're just going to be overlooked because you don't speak up. People just feel like, you know what, she's happy with this job. More like you're grateful to have this job. So they're just going to overlook you, and you know, it is what it is. Organizations are organizations. I'm learning that now, and so it is what it is. You're just going to have to figure that out for yourself, and it's a learning curve as you work your way up the ladder. But yeah, I just thought I'd come back and share with you guys the importance of training roles and how to make the most of it. I hope it's helped somebody out there. Please be sure to subscribe, share, comment, and also be sure to follow me at the Earning CoSec on Instagram and at MiraaSpeaks. And if you have any questions, please be sure to share, and I'll be happy to make videos on them. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!